As the final breath is drawn, it often feels as though time itself shudders to a halt. Those gathered, viewing the lifeless form, may feel a profound emptiness, but for the soul making this transition, a new dimension of reality begins to unfold. This passage from life to death is remarked upon by countless individuals who have come painfully close to the edge of existence, offering testimonies that resonate with a mixture of fear, peace, and enlightenment. They speak of navigating through a corridor or a tunnel, characterized by a gleaming light at the end that calls to them, an inexplicable warmth that envelops them in a feeling of homecoming. Many biblical narratives echo such experiences, emphasizing not only the moment of death, but the immediacy of divine presence that follows. Throughout Scripture, there are assurances that the moment we lay down our earthly bodies, we are ushered into an encounter with God. The Apostle Paul, in 2 Corinthians 5:8, expresses this beautifully, when he states, "We are confident, yes, well pleased, rather to be absent from the body, and to be present with the Lord." This perspective reinforces the belief that the end is not an abrupt closure, but rather a turning of the page into a new chapter of existence, a transformation into a state defined by spiritual connectivity, love, and divine acceptance. In exploring the theme of judgment, the biblical worldview provides a nuanced understanding of what lies beyond death. The Book of Revelation introduces us to the concept of the Great White Throne Judgment, a moment of reckoning where both the righteous and the unrighteous are assessed. For believers, this moment is not a cause for dread, but a rightful acknowledgement of their faith and actions during their earthly life. It serves as a gateway to eternal life, a fulfilling affirmation of being welcomed into the presence of God for those who have walked with Him. Consider also the parable of Lazarus and the rich man, offered in Luke 16:19-31. The rich man, adorned with worldly luxuries, finds himself in torment after death, separated from Abraham's bosom, illustrating moral accountability that transcends earthly wealth. Conversely, Lazarus, though having suffered greatly in life, is comforted, revealing that in the afterlife, the scales of justice are balanced, not according to societal standards, but in alignment with God's divine plan. Beyond judgment, the vision of the afterlife is further illuminated by the promise of resurrection and restoration. In 1 Corinthians 15, Paul elaborates on the resurrection as a transformation worthy of the glorious bodies believers will receive, devoid of earthly ailments and frailties. This hope transforms our perspective on death. It becomes not an endpoint but a gateway to a revitalized existence, where suffering is unfathomable and joy is an eternal promise fulfilled. Thus, the experience that awaits beyond this life is rich with the depth of divine connection and promise. For those navigating the passage from life to death, the assurance of embrace, judgment, and eventual restoration highlights a journey that transcends human understanding, beckoning all towards a meaningful eternity anchored in the divine will of God. As we delve deeper into the notion of death as a gateway, we encounter the profound experiences that often accompany this threshold, enriching our understanding of what it means to transition from life into the unknown. People from various cultures and beliefs have recounted their encounters at the precipice of death. These narratives, revealing the intersection of fear and hope, often describe vivid imagery, a luminous light that seems to beckon, an embrace of serenity that washes away all earthly concerns. These experiences, labeled as near-death experiences, NDEs, serve not only as personal testimonies, but also as a collective testament to a universal yearning for connection with something greater than ourselves. The Bible, along with many spiritual texts from around the world, reiterates the idea of death as a transition rather than an end. The Apostle Paul speaks of a life beyond this one, describing it as being absent from the body and present with the Lord. Such perspectives ground our understanding of death in a rich tapestry of hope and promise rather than despair. It is in these moments, suspended between life and what lies beyond, that individuals frequently report feelings of unconditional love and acceptance, stripping away the layers of stress and regret that so often burden them during their earthly existence. Moreover, these experiences often resonate with the deeply held beliefs and experiences of the individuals undergoing them. Some describe being met by loved ones who have passed on, their presence a comforting guide, reinforcing the bond of love that transcends physical absence. It is as if death invites someone to join a cosmic reunion, a celebration of life beyond mortality. In this sense, the gateway to eternity acts as a conduit for reconciling grief and fostering connections that remain unbroken even after death. The amplifying spiritual experiences at this juncture suggest that perhaps this boundary is less about an ending and more about awakening. The brightly lit pathways that are so frequently described do not merely symbolize the entrance to another realm. They reflect the awakening of the spirit to a more profound existence. Many report that as the physical confines of the body loosen their hold, a sense of freedom envelops them, lifting them into a world where time and space lose their rigid definitions. Those who have traversed this gateway often recount having a heightened sense of awareness, revealing a deeper understanding of love, purpose, and existence. In the narrative of these ethereal encounters, we find a striking affirmation of life itself. Death, then, is not a dark void looming ahead, but rather a transformative journey that serves both as a conclusion and an emergence into a panoramic reality. Such explorations urge us to reassess our earthly lives, inviting reflections on what it truly means to love, to forgive, and to live fully in preparation for crossing that fateful threshold. Through this lens, one can embrace the thought of death not with trepidation, but rather with a profound sense of wonder and anticipation, waiting to unfold the infinite possibilities that lie beyond the gateway of eternity. Many individuals who have brushed against the veil of death recount with deep resonance their encounters with an ineffable presence, a force that transcends the tangible world. Accounts from those who have faced near-death experiences often speak of being enveloped in a radiant light, a light that does not merely illuminate but instead serves as a conduit of unconditional love. It is in that moment of surrender, of relinquishing earthly concerns, that they find themselves embraced by a warmth so profound that it dissolves every fear, every doubt held tightly during their mortal existence. The scriptures throughout various traditions affirm this encounter, suggesting that when we leave our earthly vessels, we are not met with judgment, but rather with a loving gaze from the Creator. Stories of divine encounters permeate the narratives of holy texts, weaving a rich tapestry of humanity's longing for connection with the divine source. Each account serves as a testament to the notion that love, in its purest form, is the essence of our being, not just in life, but in the sacred journey beyond. In these moments, as reported by those who have traversed the precipice of life and death, individuals often find themselves reflecting upon their life's path. Memories flash like images on a canvas, a whirlwind of experiences, choices, and relationships. Yet, unlike the critical perspectives we hold in our everyday lives, this reflection is accompanied by an overwhelming sense of understanding and forgiveness. The encounters reveal that every action, every word spoken or unspoken, is enveloped in a profound context of intention and love. Harsh judgments that linger throughout life dissipate under the brilliance of this divine presence, replaced by an appreciation for the lessons learned and the beauty inherent in every interaction. It is said that a divine guide, a being of radiant light, stands alongside those who journey past the threshold, gently illuminating the pathway of their existence. This guide, often perceived as a guardian or divine figure, invites a deep reckoning with one's life. It becomes clear that the divine does not merely observe, but participates in the fabric of our lives. In those moments, the veil between creator and creation grows thin, revealing the intimate kinship that binds us to the universe. The sensation of love felt during these encounters transcends any earthly analogy. It is described as an embrace that embraces all of humanity, a current that flows through the cosmos, connecting each soul in an intricate web of spiritual kinship. This love extends beyond the boundaries of individual existence, encompassing the collective consciousness, a reminder that we are never truly alone. The essence of divinity is a reminder that every heart, every soul, is a reflection of the Creator's love, creating an eternal bond that continues beyond the fleeting moments of our earthly lives. Such encounters with the divine encourage us to live more fully, to embrace compassion and empathy, knowing that our mortal lives are but a glimpse of the magnificence that awaits us. This awareness adds profound depth to our earthly journey, transforming the mundane into sacred experiences where every act of kindness echoes through the corridors of eternity, fostering the divine connection that is ever present. In contemplating the evaluation of life as presented in biblical teachings, it becomes essential to consider not just the actions that define us, but also the intricacies of our motivations and the subtleties of our relationships. The notion of this life review transcends a mere account of deeds. It delves deep into the very essence of our existence. It is in this reflective moment that we confront not only what we have done, but the intent behind those actions, the silent whispers of our souls that often go unnoticed in the hustle of daily life. Each pivotal moment during this review serves as a window into our character. Imagine standing before a tapestry woven from the threads of our decisions, emotions, and interactions. There's a quiet power in witnessing our younger selves face challenges, in experiencing again the joy of a kindness rendered, or the pang of a harsh word spoken in anger. When viewed through the lens of eternity, these moments take on new dimensions, urging us to examine the undercurrents of love, compassion, and even regret that shaped them. The biblical perspective suggests that this reckoning is less about judgment in a punitive sense and more about an opportunity for growth, a chance to embrace our humanity's complexity. One might recall the story of a humble servant from the scriptures who, after years of faithful service, finds themselves at the moment of reckoning. As they reflect on their life, the evaluation reveals instances where small, seemingly insignificant acts accumulated into a mosaic of purpose, feeding the hungry, comforting the grieving, listening without judgment. Each act stands before them, not as mere entries in a ledger, but as echoes of love shared and grace extended. The moments highlight the divine potential within ordinary existence, reminding us that every life, no matter how humble, has inherent worth. Critical to this life review is the understanding of growth not only in the context of external achievements, but also in the quieter, internal transformations. It invites us to examine how our thoughts and intentions evolved amidst life's tribulations. Perhaps we see ourselves grappling with bitterness or nurturing seeds of forgiveness. Through this lens, moments of failure appear not just as shortcomings, but as lessons that propelled us toward understanding and empathy. The scriptural narrative suggests that divine presence accompanies us in this journey, guiding our reflections and illuminating the path forward. This evaluation can also shed light on the interconnectedness of our lives. Encounters with others ripple outward, influencing their paths just as theirs have influenced ours. We witness the shared journeys, tangible and intangible, that tether humanity together. Each interaction holds the potential for ripple effects, for the legacy we leave is woven through communal experiences as much as personal growth. Ultimately, the evaluation of life is envisaged as an enriching journey, a divine dialogue wherein we encounter our truest selves, stripped of pretense and illusion. This is not a moment defined by fear, but rather a sacred space for revelation, understanding, and transformation. In the stillness of reflection, we are invited to reconcile our past with a hopeful gaze toward what lies ahead, discovering within us an enduring capacity for love, growth, and redemption. In the realm of spirits, the boundaries that once defined our earthly existence begin to dissolve, revealing a vibrant tapestry of ethereal beings and lingering energies. Here, spirits inhabit various states of awareness and consciousness, creating a landscape that defies our conventional understanding of life and death. The Bible offers glimpses into this mysterious domain, where angelic beings manifest in forms of comfort and guidance, standing as guardians for those who transition from the physical world. As we cross over, many report an overwhelming sense of love and acceptance enveloping them. It is said that angels, with their radiant presence, extend their wings not just as symbols of protection, but as harbingers of divine light, guiding new souls through the bewildering journey of the afterlife. Those who have experienced moments of near death often recount encounters with these celestial beings, describing how they held an innate understanding of their fears and hopes. providing reassurance that no soul is ever truly alone in the vastness of existence. In this spirit realm, the concept of time shifts, allowing souls to interact beyond the constraints of earthly life. Many have claimed to feel the embrace of lost loved ones, whose energy resonates with familiarity and warmth. This suggests a profound continuity of relationships that transcends the physical. Love endures and evolves, inviting connections that once felt definitive to blossom anew in this plane. Souls recognize one another not by physical form, but through the essence that binds their hearts together, whether it be love, admiration, or unresolved longing. The interactions within this realm speak to a universal longing for communion. It is reported that spirits often engage in compassionate dialogues, sharing wisdom gleaned from their experiences in life and beyond. This exchange serves not only as a comfort, but also as an opportunity for growth, as each spirit learns from the shared narratives of its companions. The continuity of these relationships fosters a nurturing environment where healing can commence and learning can take root. Here, the lessons of earthly struggles are reframed into wisdom, enhancing the collective understanding of existence. As one might wander through a dream, the spiritual realm is both a familiar and a surreal experience, dreamlike yet profoundly real. In this ethereal existence, the notion of separation dissolves, allowing for a shared essence that brings souls closer together. The guiding forces present remind us that our journey is not solitary. We traverse pathways that are illuminated by the love of those who have come before us. The knowledge that those we have lost remain as guiding lights offers solace in a world that often feels filled with uncertainty. It reinforces the belief that the spiritual realm is inhabited by an intricate web of relationships, where every spirit contributes to the collective tapestry of enlightenment and love. In this dimension, souls are continually welcomed, reunited, and gently encouraged toward a greater understanding of the divine, assuring each traveler that they are cherished, understood, and ever part of an enduring family. The notion of life beyond death carries with it profound spiritual implications, steeped in both cultural narrative and personal testimony. It is the dichotomy of our ultimate fate, eternal rest versus torment, that fuels a complex tapestry of belief, a duality that continues to shape our ethical compass. Throughout ages, scriptures have echoed the significance of morality, underscoring that our earthly choices bear consequences far greater than the immediate. In examining the various interpretations surrounding the afterlife, we find a recurring theme. The state of the soul is intimately linked to the nature of a person's earthly existence. Near-death experiences, NDEs, often encapsulate this tension vividly. Individuals recount moments of overwhelming peace bathed in radiant light, experiences where love is all-encompassing. They express profound feelings of connection, not only with the cosmos, but with every being they have interacted with. These accounts suggest a sanctuary for souls who have lived with intention and kindness, illustrating the vivid joy that awaits them. This notion resonates deeply with the idea that moral living fosters a rich spiritual reward, binding the earthly with the divine in a seamless continuum. Conversely, one cannot overlook the stark narratives from those who describe episodes of despair or even torment during their NDEs. Tales abound where souls wander lost, embroiled in their regrets and misdeeds. The pain inflicted upon others, the lives unlived, due to selfishness or neglect, becomes an inescapable burden. Such experiences serve as cautionary tales, warning the living of the consequences that await those whose actions are steeped in malice or indifference. The poignancy of these narratives reinforces a moral framework. Our choices shape not just our lifetimes, but also our eternal journey. Significantly, the symbolism within these experiences often transcends mere anecdote. They serve as reflections of the universal struggle between light and darkness that defines human existence. The shared essence of feeling joy and sorrow in these realms speaks to an underlying truth. Our experiences are interconnected, shaped by the lives we lead and the decisions we make. This moral reckoning underlines the responsibility we carry within our daily lives. Our thoughts, our actions, and our intentions are not isolated episodes. They ripple outward, impacting not only our destinies, but also those around us. Moreover, the differing landscapes of these experiences underscore the powerful influence of choice. Those who have journeyed into the light recount being met by loved ones, a welcoming committee of souls who affirm their worth and contributions. In contrast, those who have wandered into darkness often describe a chilling absence of comfort, a void devoid of compassion or recognition. These divergent paths underline the urgency of living with intention, fostering love, empathy, and understanding during our earthly sojourn. They remind us that, while life's choices may seem insignificant in moments of haste, each decision holds the potential to echo through eternity. Thus, the thread connecting this life to the next is woven with the fibers of our moral fabric, urging us toward a life rich in love and light as we confront the ultimate question of our eternal home. The flickering light of countless candles whispered secrets of peace and consolation as our gathering grew beneath the expansive sky. Each flicker danced in cadence with souls departed, echoing their laughter and stories against the backdrop of an everlasting twilight. Gathered at the banquet of eternity, we were witnesses to the sacred gathering of hearts unbound by earthly constraints, where time itself seemed to fold into a tapestry of shared memories and desires fulfilled. The banquet table stretched infinitely, adorned with the fruits of creation, each dish a testament to the divine artisan's craft. Here, flavors blended in harmony, each bite a reminder of the grace poured forth into our lives. While physical hunger no longer claimed dominion, the essence of nourishment transformed into something far richer, a sustenance of love, community, and belonging that filled the spaces within us as we reclined together in fellowship. Around the table, our beloveds, now radiant with light, exchanged stories of their earthly sojourns, a tapestry woven from threads of joy and sorrow, laughter and lament. As we shared the meal, the conversations flowed like the finest wine, each word carrying the weight of eternity and the warmth of remembered love. Ages of wisdom surfaced as the saints recounted their journeys through trials and triumphs, illuminating the path towards spiritual fulfillment. Their stories became bridges, connecting us to the essence of our own struggles. We learned that the shadows of hardship, rather than barriers, served as stepping stones to deeper understanding and compassion. Each soul present was a testament to resilience, to grace unveiled in the most unexpected moments. The everlasting banquet was not simply a feast for the senses, but a celebration of a truth deeper than understanding, a realization that in this shared existence, we were never alone. The kinship among us pulsed vividly, urging us to recognize the divine thread woven through the fabric of our lives. Joy was palpable, an electric current that surged from heart to heart. It transcended the spoken word, reaching into the depths of our souls, awakening dormant yearnings for connection and acceptance. Surrounding the table were radiant figures enveloped in ethereal light, beings of love that not only reveled in the unity, but also extended their hands beckoning us to partake in their grace. They represented divine promises fulfilled, of forgiveness extended, of reconciliation unimagined. As we partook of the bread and wine, symbols of sacrifice and transformation, we felt the weight of loneliness lift away, replaced by an overwhelming sense of belonging. In that moment of communion, we understood the banquet was not solely a feast awaiting our arrival. It was a continual invitation to cultivate relationships that thrived beyond the constraints of existence. Here, surrounded by love, we discovered that every moment in our earthly lives had whispered of this eternity, beckoning us toward unity with the divine. A reminder that the essence of love does not perish, but transcends time, binding us forever in a banquet meant to enrich our spirits and nurture our souls. As we traverse the undulating landscapes of life, the shadows of doubt frequently cast themselves upon our path, obscuring the radiant light of truth. Yet, with each heartbeat that leads us closer towards the threshold of the next realm, the promise of understanding swells within us like a distant dawn, eager to push back against the darkness. The belief that beyond this earthly existence lies a revealing of deep, abiding truths is tapped into by many spiritual traditions, beckoning us to contemplate the nature of our journey with a sense of reverence and wonder. The scriptures weave tales of profound revelations, rich with symbols that transcend linguistic boundaries. These ancient texts imply a grand tapestry, where every thread, each life lived, contributes to an immense picture only partially visible from our limited human perspective. The idea of an unveiling resonates with the notion of a divine artisan meticulously, pulling back a curtain, allowing glimpses into the greater scheme where our individual narratives find both significance and solace. In this sacred narrative, the threads connect not only us to the divine, but also bind us to each other as we wander through existence, seeking understanding and purpose. In the stillness of meditation, we are often reminded that our perceptions, limited as they are, can be likened to looking through a fogged window. Each breath invites us to gather clarity, moment by moment, until the detail of the unveiling becomes more pronounced. The mysteries once layered in obscurity reveal themselves as our veils of ignorance fall away. This process is not merely a passive receipt of knowledge, but an active engagement with both our inner selves and the larger cosmos. We come to discover that truth is an expansive concept, filled with shades of grace and light that evolves with each insight we gain. As we transition from this incarnation, the beliefs we hold about ourselves and the universe undergo radical transformation. This metamorphosis often fosters a deeper appreciation for the experiences we've endured and the relationships we've nurtured. Insights about the nature of God, once abstract and doctrinal, transform into a vibrant tapestry of love and connection. The divine ceases to be an entity confined by the limits of our understanding and emerges as a boundless presence interwoven with the fabric of existence itself. In these revelations, we find an exquisite interconnectedness that transcends the boundaries of time and space. This interrelation, this cosmic dance of creation, invites us to recognize our own participation in a luminous cycle of existence. Each life is a whisper of truth, calling forth from the depths of our souls, reaching out to others in this unfolding symphony of awakening. The promise of understanding, once perceived as a remote aspiration, becomes a tangible reality, urging us to embody these truths here and now, for in the unveiling lies our deepest fulfillment. The promise of resurrection breathes a profound sense of hope into the fabric of spiritual belief, acting as a beacon guiding faithful souls through the valleys of despair and uncertainty. This is not merely a doctrine meant to provide comfort in the face of mortality. Rather, it is a dynamic assertion that existence transcends the physical realm. The idea of life continuing beyond the grave resonates deeply within the psyche of believers, catalyzing an exploration of the nuances embedded in the resurrection narrative. Central to understanding this promise is the concept of transformation. Resurrection is often envisaged as an awakening, a metamorphosis wherein the essence of an individual transcends the physical body. The biblical texts resonate with imagery that suggests a renewed existence, one imbued with vitality and purpose that extends far beyond earthly limitations. In this light, death transforms from a terminus to a portal, shifting the perspective on life and encouraging a profound reevaluation of priorities and values. Personal stories of near-death experiences enrich this narrative, providing compelling anecdotal evidence that echoes the biblical promise. Individuals reporting such experiences often describe a profound sense of peace, an overwhelming love, and a vibrant reality that crystallizes the idea of continued existence. Many share accounts of seeing their lives play out before their eyes, not as a judgment, but as an opportunity to understand the interconnectedness of all lives. In these moments, the veil between life and what lies beyond seems perceptibly thin, revealing that our essence persists beyond the confines of our physical selves. The implications of this transition are far-reaching. It shapes not only individual lives, but also collective societies, infusing daily existence with meaning and purpose. The belief in resurrection serves as a moral compass, guiding adherents to lead lives of compassion, integrity, and connection. Understanding that our actions resonate beyond the temporal allows individuals to embrace a greater narrative, one where every interaction holds significance and every moment is a chance to foster love and empathy. The imagery embedded in the promise of resurrection evokes the cycles of nature, where death begets new life in an unending rhythm. spring emerges from the cold grasp of winter as a testament to nature's intrinsic wisdom that life perpetually renews. Much like these natural cycles, the human spirit is seen not as a solitary entity, but as an integral component of a larger cosmic tapestry, contributing to a divine story that transcends time and space. This promise embodies a radical approach to how we confront despair and loss. Instead of viewing death as a final chapter, it reframes it into a continuation of our journey, inviting a deeper reflection on the essence of existence. The whispers of resurrection infuse hope into mourning hearts, assuring us that the bonds we forge in this life transcend the grave, creating an unbroken tapestry of love and connection that carries into eternity. As believers embrace this truth, they find themselves enmeshed in a collective enterprise of hope, one that uplifts and sustains in a world often marked by sorrow and grief. In the quiet moments that punctuate our lives, when we find ourselves alone with our thoughts, it is often the whispers of the soul that beckon us to listen. Those who have ventured beyond the veil of mortality and returned share stories imbued with profound insights, challenging us to reevaluate our existence. These experiences, albeit fleeting, are marked by clarity and a striking understanding of what it means to be human. They illuminate the truth that love and connection transcend the boundaries of our perceived realities. For many who have encountered the ephemeral realm, the sensation of being enveloped in unconditional love surges through them like a gentle wave, washing away life's superficial worries. This pure, radiant love is often described as a balm for the spirit, revealing the interconnectedness of all beings. Witnessing the sheer beauty of existence from this vantage point, individuals often yearn to bring that awareness back to the material world. They become ambassadors of compassion, driven by an acute sense of purpose, to inspire others to cultivate love in their own lives. This transformation fosters an environment where kindness becomes the currency of human interaction, reminding us that the simplest acts of compassion can ripple outward, creating waves of change that touch the lives of many. Furthermore, the clarity gained from these near-death experiences often shifts one's perception of fear and adversity. In facing the prospect of death, individuals frequently confront their fears head-on, gaining insights that eclipse their previous anxieties. They emerge with an altered understanding of what truly matters. Lessons rooted in authenticity, vulnerability, and the celebration of life's transient beauty. What once felt monumental may now appear insignificant when weighed against the backdrop of eternity. This newfound perspective encourages others to release their burdens, relinquishing regrets and grudges that tether them to a lesser existence, and invite freedom through acceptance and forgiveness. Many report a profound awareness of the necessity to live in accordance with one's true self. They become acutely aware of the vibrations of their spirit and the passions they once sidelined for societal approval. The shared echoes of their stories reveal a common thread, a yearning for deeper connections and a genuine existence that resonates with their inner being. Each account serves as a gentle nudge toward authenticity, a call to embrace their unique gifts and allow their light to shine in a world that often feels darkened by disillusionment. Those who navigate the bridge between life and what lies beyond return as beacons of hope, igniting a collective awakening. Through their narratives, we are urged to redefine the essence of success, not as a pursuit of material gain, but as an embodiment of love and integrity in each interaction, fostering a legacy that lingers even in physical absence. The wisdom gathered from these brief encounters reminds us to cherish the present moment and to express our love freely, weaving a tapestry of connection that binds us to one another and to the universe itself, urging us all to embrace the beauty of being alive. As we navigate the complexities of existence, the notion of an afterlife serves not just as a distant abstraction, but as a living, breathing force that shapes our daily interactions and decisions. The prospect of a world beyond this one does not merely provide comfort in the face of mortality. It acts as a grounding principle, a lens through which we can assess the weight and significance of our current lives. This understanding compels us to ask, how does our awareness of life's transience enhance our appreciation for the moments we have now? Consider the intricate web of relationships that define our existence. When we live with the end in mind, our dealings with others transform. Arguments may seem less significant, petty grievances lose their edge, and connections deepen. We start to see each encounter as an opportunity to create lasting memories, to infuse our interactions with kindness and understanding. Recognizing that time is finite encourages us to reconcile with estranged loved ones, to express gratitude, and to foster an environment where love and support flourish. In this way, the awareness of life's impermanence prompts us to nurture the bonds that enrich our lives. Furthermore, the prospect of an afterlife invites us to reflect on our daily choices and actions. When we acknowledge that every moment may be our last, we become acutely aware of the intentions behind our deeds. Do we act out of fear, obligation, or genuine desire to contribute positively to the world? The mind that is aware of its eventual demise tends to prioritize authenticity over superficiality. We begin to shed societal expectations and pursue genuine fulfillment instead, chasing dreams that resonate with our true selves. With each choice made, be it in career, hobbies, or even our engagement with our communities, we become increasingly intentional, motivated not by the ephemeral accolades of the world, but by a deeper sense of purpose. Yet, this journey toward mindful living does not negate the pleasures and joys of life. On the contrary, it amplifies them. The beauty of a sunset, the laughter shared with friends, the simplicity of a moment spent in silence. These experiences become richer when viewed through the prism of a life fully lived. As we recognize our finite nature, we learn to savor the sweetness of now. We cultivate an appreciation for the little things, allowing them to become the fabric of our days. Moreover, agreeing with the enigmatic wonder of what lies beyond compels us to contemplate our legacies. What do we wish to leave behind once our time here concludes? Will our story linger in the hearts of those we cherish? Envisioning an impact that extends beyond ourselves encourages us to strive for something greater. This longing to contribute, whether through mentorship, creativity, or community service, ties us to generations yet unborn, weaving our actions into the collective tapestry of humanity. In fostering this perspective, we find ourselves more resilient, more connected, and ultimately more alive as we journey through the ephemeral beauty of our existence, fully aware and deeply engaged with each precious moment. Several accounts of near-death experiences resonate deeply with the human spirit, showcasing firsthand the transformative power of love and connection. Individuals recount similar encounters, where they feel an overwhelming sensation of being enveloped by a radiant light. This ethereal presence, often described as pure love, comforts them amidst the turmoil of facing death. In those moments, as if any burdens carried through life dissipate, the profound realization ignites a beacon of hope. Relationships and the beauty of human connection become paramount, influencing not just the experience of death, but the will to live wholeheartedly. Take, for instance, the story of Margaret, a woman who quietly navigated through life with a sense of detachment from her surroundings. She often felt burdened by past regrets and unfulfilled aspirations. Yet, during her brush with death, as she underwent a severe medical crisis, she found herself spiraling into what she believed was the end. Instead of fear, she was met with warmth, the presence of loved ones long since passed. Their voices, filled with encouragement and love, embraced her, urging her to let go of the chains that bound her in this existence. Margaret found peace in the realization that love transcends the confines of time and space. Upon returning to her life, a profound understanding shifted her perspective, illuminating the significance of nurturing the bonds she once overlooked. Such experiences illustrate how encounters with the afterlife not only provide insights into the nature of existence, but inspire the living to appreciate their time on earth more fervently. In recounting her journey, Margaret became an advocate, encouraging others to express affection openly, mend broken ties, and live authentically. Her narrative reflects a powerful notion: love is what defines our journeys, irrespective of their length. Hope emerges as a central theme. It urges us to engage in our relationships, to forgive, and to deepen our understanding of ourselves and one another. Moreover, the consistent theme of peace encountered in these life-altering moments cannot be overstated. It's a serenity that envelops individuals, a reassurance that often contrasts starkly with the chaos that precedes them. This peace presents itself as a guiding force, reminding those who experience it that even amid the storms of life, tranquility is an attainable goal. Such realizations encourage people not only to seek peace within themselves, but to cultivate a peaceful existence for others. Through nurturing kindness, understanding, and compassion, individuals promptly contribute to the collective well-being of mankind. As these stories weave together, they present a collective testimony of hope, an encouragement to recognize that joy awaits at the journey's conclusion. They implore us to embrace the notion that our lives can be transformed by cultivating love, fostering peace, and strategically seeking joy. Each narrative shared reminds us that while life is ephemeral, the essence we create through our experiences, our connections, and our expressions of love is everlasting. Hope lies not just in the promise of the beyond, but in how we choose to live our lives today.